Kensumeshi is putting out all the emotes he possibly can, expressing his very mixed emotion that he has right now.
Yeah, we see the miner from Benzaridel and spear goblins from Kensumeshi. Tried to answer the miner with the Mega Minion, but guessed wrong on its position. And the tornado ban from Chaos Theory actually helps the positioning of the miner a lot.
Gonna get the fireball, but it would have been a little bit nicer if that fireball kind of pulled the hunter in just a little bit. So maybe the Mega Minion can get that swipe through, but it did not happen this time around. The hunter will eventually do go down to that Princess Tower, so the Mega Minion will be at the target once again, and Mr. Prince is going to be charging through it. He's going to get that charge hit. To the Royal goes in. This Bats, pretty good job with the Mega Minion. Oh! Yep, that's it.
That zap was just out of time from Kensumeshi, and getting the charge damage there is massive for Benzaridel.
GG's. That's game. I mean, literally, if you have that Prince charge, not only does it put in the damage, it gives you such a big elixir lead, and it puts the mental tear onto your opponents every time you get that charge too, especially when you miss that zap.
Yeah, I don't think it's over yet, but if you are Kensumeshi, you've got to be feeling like, oh, I can't believe I missed that by like half a second. And the miner actually completely ignored the giant goblin there and just went to town on the tower. 8-4 remaining.
Kensumeshi has just about a 2-3 elixir lead right now. Kensumeshi was the one to debut this deck back in a couple of weeks ago for Clash Royale League Asia, but this time around, we're gonna see it again from him and Sparky, just destroying the Prince here, and see this Royal Ghost, the charge is on this tower here, and then just get die out the tower in.
Hunter will take care of that. But Fireball though, that Sparky is actually kind of healthy. Will it be able to charge up and hit the tower?
Oh!
So close there.
That would have made all the difference in the world.
That would have equalized this game back up. We talked about the Prince talked about the Prince charge being devastating on your morale. The Sparky connection is even worse.
Yeah, it really does. And see the Prince just get charged out once again, and I see the Hunter being played through with this Goblin Giant in the front of things.
Oh. Doesn't even get one shot off this time. Beautiful defense from Benzaridel.
The guards and the zap is going to get the job done on this one. And Benzaridel still staying strong, and does have to beat out Kensumeshi for him to defeat out his other opponents in line. So I guess that one swipe with the Mega Minion, that might make all the difference here. No Goblin Giant in front this time. So a naked Sparky, you do not want.
Oh, Fireball. The decent value on that Fireball, but the poison there. The Prince trying to charge through. Miner in the back though, and that Giant, if it connects to the tower, this is all over.
That's it. I mean, was that the right play? Putting out Sparky literally naked with no protection and putting it out without the Goblin Giant in front?
No.
It wasn't.
I think if he'd have taken his time a little bit more, played it from the back, he'd have been in a much better position. Putting it right at the front is incredibly risky and super aggressive.
And it usually doesn't work.
Yeah, right now as the Kissy emotes start coming out.
Showing a lot of love, and Benzaridel likes that. And puts a thumbs up to celebrate the exchange of emotes. And we see the Ice Spirit once again being a nuisance to all these units that are coming by. And very much log baits, it seems like to me, but Expo. Yakitori brings that to Expo.
Oh.
Did not expect that.
Yeah, we don't really see much of the Expo anymore. It's a very rare card to see. We see the miner from Benzaridel start taking it out as the Rascal Boy tanks up all those hits from the defensive Expo here.
Yep, and the miner was almost taking out the Expo, almost did that, but put good protection from Yakitori on that one, and mortar.
Mortar from Benzaridel. Oh, look at that though. Whiff the first shot, and the Expo here is going to start tanking those hits. Oh my goodness, the mortar here is just firing off everywhere except the places it needs to go.
Needs to get an eye vision test on that mortar right there. Missing out quite a bit. It's not really hard to miss that big Expo on the other side, but It is going to be the 4 elixir cost of the mortar and the 6 elixir cost of the Expo to see which of the 2 structures will get the win in this very interesting game.
Yeah, Miner at the back now. Missed with the Ice Golem. The Ice Golem was there to try and soak up that Miner damage, but brilliant positioning by Benza Riddell, making sure that doesn't happen. And the Expo here is in a very aggressive position that will connect to the tower if he cannot put anything there to tank.
The minion horde is fantastic value. It gets the Expo down, and for that 1 elixir trade, you are going to be happy if you're a Benza Riddell on that one, and we're going to be looking towards another Spear Goblin. It's going to be forming from this in action right here.
Yeah, very, very quick cycle from Benza Riddell. Even with the Rascals there and the Mega Minion, he can cycle through to his mortar pretty quickly, especially as we get into the double elixir period.
So we're going to look at the Miner. Just connecting onto the tower.
Mega Minion in the Expo deck is a very recent kind of choice that we see, as we see a lot of Royal Giants and Ladder and stuff like that.
Were you referring to the Mini P.E.K.K.A.?
The Mini P.E.K.K.A, yeah, the Mini P.E.K.K.A, sorry.
I was going to say, the Mega Minion is kind of common.
Mega Minion is super common. Oh my goodness, what is wrong with me today? All right, Ice Golem breaks through, takes 1 mortar to the face. The Expo here.
Switch of sides.
Yep. And the mortar is connecting to the Expo. He's not going to get any more shots.
Value right there. And let's have the Miner take care of everything here. Mini P.E.K.K.A just draws right back. The charge right through. And this once again, the mortar, once again there for defense, does a very good job. And will be targeted by this mortar on the left side. And this does a very good job. This Mini P.E.K.K.A will take care of all the charges here. And I guess that one little cannon out, that makes all the difference in the world. And the Miner is still going pretty strong, putting on that defensive pressure. And 12-25 is what has to be overcome by Benza Riddell. And even if it goes to a tie, it seems like more and more damage is being done by the mortar deck more than anything else. Really not the damage coming from the mortar. It's mostly about the Miner each time chipping their way through.
Yeah, the Miner is just getting enough value to put Benza Riddell ahead. And if this goes another 2 minutes, that is a nice connection though. But if this goes another 2 minutes like this, Benza Riddell will win this match.
Yeah, I don't see, as long as the big hit is going to be given by the Expo, that's going to make it very difficult. But the Rocket is going to try to make some difference here. 6 elixir used a little bit abruptly. We will see what kind of change we can get. The Mini P.E.K.K.A does a very good job of taking all this charge, doing a good log once again in terms of that value coming through. And the Spear Goblins are back in it once again, just trying to put the damage in. Gonna put the offensive mortar this time around, so didn't expect this if you were Yakitori. And see if you can connect onto this one.
The Miner and the Spear Goblins with the Fireball. Just not enough. 29 remain. He does have the log to finish this off, and that is Benza Riddell's 2nd win here. Yakitori going down.
Benza Riddell winning 4 games in a row now, puts out the guns, telling him he has been sharpshooting his opponents here and out. And look at this, he's about to win his 5th one and just really call it a day. It is a one-man team of Benza Riddell. Everybody else from his team lost, and he's the only one that's been winning, and that might be good enough to give his entire team the victory. Interesting to see that we're not going to see Donnie here, and we're going to see Rad as the last man up.
Yeah, I think Donnie would have been a better choice for Fav Gaming instead of Yakitori. I think Rad Kensameshi Donnie is their ultimate King of the Hill lineup.
Well, I mean, Yakitori wanted to prove it, so he did it. With an Expo deck that did not beat out the mortar deck. Of course, it cycles a lot faster with that 4 elixirs, but shows once again the true magic of the structures that work out.
Defensive Miner right at the back for Benza Riddell, which will take the aggro from the Royal Ghost there. Interesting that he didn't use it aggressively. The Inferno Dragon actually got a little bit of a tickle onto that tower though, on the top left-hand side.
The Royal Ghost is going to be stopped by this cannon car and be very, very easily done. And you're going to see, once again, through this flying machine, taking care of the minions in time. We're going to see any type of front tank unit for this flying machine. We're just going to leave it alone for now.
And a Mega Knight there with the E-Wiz resetting it. That was wonderful. And the Barb Hut here will be shut down by the Mega Knight.
Oh, good Barbarian to target out the E-Wiz. Just needs one more hit, but did not get it.
Yeah, and the Inferno Dragon targets onto the Royal Ghost, meaning that Barb Hood will survive a little bit longer, but it's in the middle of no man's land, isn't getting targeted by the Princess Tower, giving it free reign of that center control.
Getting all the value in the world for that one. It's going to melt down the Barbarian. That is not good news if you are Rad. Trying to keep that 7 elixir as effective as it can for the longest of time, but it is going to be life cut short from the Inferno Dragon. That was at the perfect position for him on that one.
Yeah, now we have the Royal Ghost and the minions coming through. The Royal Ghost is going to start targeting that cannon card. It's not going to take it down before it dies, but at least it didn't cross the river and get in range of Benziridel's towers, which are currently completely untouched.
You see that the elixir count is pretty even across both players here, and Mega Knight once again being played out here on the left end. Miner is going to be there for defense, and see for Benzeridel if this works out against the Barbarian hut that was coming through.
Yeah, Benzeridel with that defensive miner against the Royal Ghost is actually doing decent amount of work for him. He hasn't took any damage from the Royal Ghost so far, and that Mega Knight was very close to getting that charge off there.
Just to kind of retract back to that fireball that missed against the Inferno Dragon. I was a little bit surprised. I would have thought that the Flying Machine would have stayed alive if that fireball had connected onto the Inferno Dragon, but now once again back to even with seemingly more and more elixirs on the moving count for Benzeridel to see if he can finish off this game.
Yeah, it's so close right now. Both players have taken next to no damage. This is a wonderful defensive display from both players at the moment. The Inferno Dragon doesn't get anything done. And look at that. That Flying Machine is just generating value right now as it finally goes down to the poison. And that miner, all the way from the back, makes it to get one spade onto that tower. We see another Barb Hood played right at the back for Rad.
Barb Hood, right now that's going to be the answer from this scenario right here. And we're going to be looking towards the miner that will be targeting out the Barb Hood. Going to get good value for that 3 elixirs. And look at this Barbarian that will be targeted by the Royal Ghost coming from the south side. And look at this Flying Machine that's still caught up in this poison. Takes all the damage in the world and will now die out. This Royal Ghost finally gets a one single swipe, but you definitely want a lot more than that if you're Rad.
Oh, and the Magic Archer connects into the tower, gets 2 arrows off. Doesn't do much more than that. The miner gets 2, 3 hits, almost 4, and the bats there defending excellently for Rad, but slowly but surely Benzeridel is getting the better of these exchanges.
Yeah, all these little hits coming from the miner, from the minion, anything that gets 1 hit at a time, while Rad gets none. And that just tells us in the end, as long as nothing big comes in from Rad, it should be a Benzeridel victory all in the end.
But this is, oh, beautiful Mega Knight timing there. Perfect position, perfect timing, taking out the last 2 Barbarians from the Barbarian hut. As it charges into the cannon card, the Flying Machine's going to clean that up, but the Mega Knight could have tanked quite a lot for the miner, but it got taken down by the Flying Machine.
We'll see what happens here. The Flying Machine is still moving on. This cannon card just trying to creep in at the end. The cannon card connects!
Yeah, with the Royal Ghost as well. Oh my goodness!
The reset though, the zap reset, is that good enough?
It's 7 HP.
That's it.
Out of nowhere, Rad just manages to get a push.
Wow,
to just deal so much damage.
Incredible. That's it. That's the game, and basically no spells really required here. It's probably going to be a game over all the more, and it is going to be Rad through all of that. Benzeridel, one little mistake at the end, allowing that cannon card to pass through. That was the difference, and he is not going to get the all clear this time around.
Yeah, it's we were not expecting Rad to be able to take down Benzeridel here, but he has. So, like, that was a defensive masterclass from both players for at least the first 2 minutes. Will he be able to do it? At the beginning of today, if you told me that Rad and Reiki Jones could have all killed, I'd have laughed in your face.
Well, Reiki Jones did that, but Rad doesn't seem to me kind of a guy that would do that.
Well, he started the comeback now. Will he be able to finish it? That's the question as we see the Royal Ghosts pass each other, and another miner on the defense there against the Royal Ghost.
You don't want to take free hits if you are looking at a blind Royal Ghost, and if you don't have a tornado for it, as it was banned out. This situation where you have to kind of go something against the Royal Ghost, no matter if it's a defensive Miner, it doesn't matter if it's a Barbarian Barrel, anything will do here, anything works.
Yeah, the Hunter there takes out the minions, and a poison comes down on top of that tombstone. That's going to stop those skeletons, and Royal Hogs from Red. What does Carrollus have to answer? It doesn't have anything on that left-hand side. The right-hand side, the E-Wiz manages to slow it down, but little bit of damage on each tower. The Inferno Dragon actually, that Inferno Dragon connects. 1898. My goodness, that was good connection for that Inferno Dragon.
Well, it was that Ice Golem that was trying to just poke out his head and trying to reel in that Inferno Dragon from the left side, but didn't work out. So they're gonna force out these minions from the Bar Barrel that was just sent him blind.
Yeah, and the Hunter as well. They're just gonna easily clean that up with one shot. There we go. 2066 got 1 or 2 minion hits in there, and the Inferno Dragon from Carrollus. Will it be able to get similar value against the Hunter? It's a very iffy question because the Hunter deals so much damage.
You know that, today's games where it's going to be very, very good, being very closely matched sides. And do you think that we're going to get 2 King of the Hills all sets here today and all the games really needed to take the win?
Yeah, both games so far have been A-team games. Like, it's so close between the teams that we can barely settle the differences here. As that Miner from Carrollus actually got a lot of work done. 1385 on that top left-hand tower.
Well, Rad is here, kind of wondering, can he win this game? Because we thought that he might be the one, along with Raikkonen, to pull off this impossible comeback, getting the reverse sweep for their team. And if the Royal Ghosts on the left side, they're going to reset the Royal Ghosts to target each other. So it's not going to be as much damage that would have been taken. This Miner still being a much of a nuisance for the opponent now, and we're going to look at Carrollus to see in the lead. You get the win and really finish the deal. The Chaos Theory picking the victory up against FOF Gaming.
Royal Ghosts, and there's the Royal Hogs. Will they be able to connect to the towers here? Will Rad actually pull off another surprise victory? We're going to have to find out. 3 Musketeers in the middle, taking all the poison in the world.
That is that's so much elixir lost. 4 elixirs for basically 9.
Yeah, but the 3 Musketeers did take out a couple of units around the sides. So Miner comes in this time at the front, and it's going to hit the skeletons, and then 1 hit, 2 hits on the tower. 1130 on that top left-hand tower as a Bar Barrel comes in for Rad on that right-hand side. Is he going to get a hit? No, poison comes down as well to take out the minions, making sure they do not get any extra damage on that right top tower. 3 Musketeers summoned in the middle. Poison again right on top. And that's going to do a lot of damage to them. But 2 of them escape. And they're almost free reign. The E-Wiz comes down and stops them dead.
1130, 1196 is going to be the count. And this Royal Ghost is helping out just a little bit as well. So all the more, the pigs are coming through, but really the Mega Knight is only on the right side. So they're going to take further damage with that 883 on the left. The Miner is here. The Musketeers are here as well, putting all the damage on. This, obviously, the Mega Knight will be doing a good job. But look at this, that minions.
Those minions got a lot of damage in. 114 remain, but there is 883 on Carrollus' tower. And Rad last time surprised us with a huge push right at the end. Will he be able to do it now? That is actually so much. Royal Hogs, Ghost, and the Poison, and the Barbarian. Is it going to be enough to finish that tower in time?
Oh!
I think it might be.
Tombstone. Gets rid
51,
of Miner.
there's a Poison.
That's it. No, that's it.
It's over.
It is over. Carrollus, you did it, buddy. FOF Gaming lose another game, and here they are. Now secured themselves way below game width at this point.
Yeah, Carrollus, they're just getting stuff done.
Wow.